traveling out of the U.S. just to find a wife. I was watching a podcast the other day, and it went on to explain why men are traveling out of the States to find a wife. To sum it all up, they say that women from other countries are well-educated, classy, elegant, very feminine, and they understand how to give and take in relationships, instead of being demanding, entitled, and ungrateful for things that men do for them. And I'm not saying all, but some women in America have grown so entitled and demanding. Basically, they think that they can treat a man however they want and they can get away with it. Treat a man poorly, and then they criticize their looks when they're not in the best shape themselves. Agree or disagree all you want, but men do like feminine women. They like when women behave feminine, and they like when women take care of themselves. Not a good man, but they're tired of our BS. So much, in fact, that they're traveling overseas just to find a wife that respects them.
American men didn't give up on dating Western women. They opted out, and there's a difference.
Have you heard of passport bros?
What is a passport?
Okay, passport bros are men that are so fed up with Western women because we're all apparently so woke and so terrible and Western women don't want to be wives that they are now going to other countries to find wives.
Like which countries?
Like Southeast Asia, Philippines, the Dominican Republic.
So it's like the opposite of the mail order bride.
Yes,
like,
exactly.
Okay, so they're,
yes.
instead of ordering out, instead of using stamps.com.
Yes, and bringing them here, they're like, we want to get out.
It feels more expensive, but...
It is. And so a lot of these men get remote jobs. And so they go there and they live in these countries and then they meet these women. And then women in the Western world, specifically the United States, are so pissed off about it. And they're like, you're going to all these countries where these women don't even know how to speak English. They can't even read. They're so uneducated. And then the men like film themselves with these women and like show themselves on dates. And the women are so elegant and they're so well spoken and they're so traditional. And they're like, look at these women. Yeah, passport bros. Because Western women are so bad.
Did not know about that.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's why I'm here.
Interesting. I mean, I did marry a woman from abroad. I mean, she'd been in America since she was 12. But still, she's Israeli. So.
Here you go.
Yeah.
You're like a reverse passport bro.
Yeah, exactly. Well, she came here and she got citizenship, so.
You didn't import her?
I did not import my wife, no.
Make that very clear.
Giving up implies defeat. What actually happened was clarity. Men watched the rules change mid-game, the costs rise without explanation, and the rewards quietly disappear. Commitment became a gamble, standards became one-sided, and effort became expected by default. At some point, men didn't get bitter, they got logical.
You know what? Never again will I date an American woman. American women, it just seems like they have an attitude all the time, like some type of attitude, and the morals are gone, the values are gone. It's all gone. I was talking to a girl from St. Helena Island. Total different views than the women here. I was talking to another girl from Nigeria. Total different views from the women here. I was telling her about the women here, and she was like, oh, are you serious? Their values there is just like so different. Here, it's just like they always got an attitude. They seem to hate men. They seem to feel like you owe them something. They always got their hand out. They really don't want to do much. They want to they don't even want to fold clothes or cook or clean or do the stuff that women are, I thought was supposed to do. And they always got an attitude. Oh, it's just always something. Always angry. Always like demand so much more than what they put in. It's just like they want you to do, give, take, and you just give all the time. And I'm speaking from experience. Every single time I speak to a woman out of the country, total different values. The women here, never.
Dating stopped feeling like connection and started feeling like a performance review. Say the wrong thing, you're insecure. Set boundaries, you're controlling. Expect respect, you're fragile. Meanwhile, men were still expected to provide time, money, attention, emotional labor, and endless patience, with no guarantees and zero grace for mistakes. So men checked the numbers.
So there is a growing percentage of men in the United States that have started to consider themselves passport bros. Let's talk about it because a lot of people have asked my opinion on this. As somebody who's coached a lot of men and a lot of women, I will say that if you find love anywhere in the world, I'm happy for you. I really don't care what country it's in. Now, I think the issue is when people think about the passport bros and they think about what it is that they stand for, a lot of people are thinking about the fact that they're going to these other countries, they're only trying to buy women's time. They're talking to women who aren't wholesome, or they're talking to women who are SWs, if you know what I mean by that. I, as a man, can honestly say that if American women said they wanted to go to Italy or to France or to the UK to meet guys, I literally do not care, like at all. I want you to be happy. If they treat you better, go there. So I'll say as a man, if you're going to these other countries to meet women, at the very least, you should be willing to try to learn the language, learn the culture, get to know these women as people, and you're not leveraging your money just to get laid. I think it's really triggering for people to talk about going overseas or dating while you're overseas because everyone gets mad about American men ain't shit, American women ain't shit. And for some people, it's just not that deep. Now, for the guys that want to go to other countries because these women have nothing and you think you can offer them something and they're going to be reliant on you for some sort of green card or, financial whatever, I think you're a weirdo. So I think whatever your definition of a passport bro really is, it could be good, it could be bad, it could be indifferent. But as long as you're not taking advantage of other people, I really don't care what other adults do to find love.
Why compete for someone who doesn't like you? Why invest in a system that treats you as disposable? Why chase validation from people who benefit from your effort but resent your presence? The result wasn't rage, it was silence.
Feel this exact way too, and I decided I'm gonna go see what they're talking about online. So I went onto the internet and I typed in why dating sucks, and I looked up content by men for men to see why are they irritated with the dating space, and generally why are they not trying. So what I first found is that they think right off the bat that social media is one of the reasons why dating sucks for them. Okay, but what? How? It's because we're on social media, and in their minds, we get so many likes and so many comments and so much false attention through DM. They think that we get so much of that it has given us a false perception of our attractiveness. Another thing that they have been telling each other too is that we see so many TikTok boys on the daily that give us a false perception of what an attractive man looks like. I don't know about you guys, but I don't see TikTok boys, and if I do see them, I don't think that they're like the pinnacle of top tier male attraction. But that's just me. Personally, I want an 1800s man like that girl on TikTok who did the interview. Another thing that they have told themselves is that if a girl likes you, she's just gonna give it up to you. She's gonna kiss you on the spot, she's gonna give you that ooh na na. They do not actually take into accountability boundaries or like comfortability or emotional connection or intelligent connection. No, they just think that we're gonna be like, no, but they don't care what we say. It doesn't matter how loud we scream it. So the response from them with all these little weird reasons is to not fix themselves, but to try to police us. And this is where you see them in the comment sections like, well, what do you bring? You only go for the top 10%, telling us that we need to give the bottom 80 a chance. What they really mean is give the bottom 5% a chance, which is most of them. Did I make that up? Yeah, I did, because that's what they're doing. They're making up numbers, I can make up numbers too. So yeah, they have absolved themselves of actually working on themselves, and they have created all these weird kooky reasons about girls who are 8s seeing themselves as 12s, and in reality, in normal society, they would usually be with a 6, but because of this, they think they deserve an 11. I know you think, okay, well, this just exists on the internet. This is just like these weird little corners. By the time it makes it to the internet, this is conversation that they're all already having in the workplace. This is a conversation that they're having in the bus, in the locker room. It's out there, it's in their heads, and it's in society now.
Men didn't protest. They didn't argue online. They just redirected their energy. Gym, career, friends, travel, hobbies. And once men realized their lives got quieter, cheaper, and calmer without the dating circus, the decision locked in.
Don't look at the state of my flat. We need to talk about what is happening with American men. I was just watching the Call Your Daddy podcast with Millie Bobby Brown, and she was talking about how she met her husband, Jake Bon Jovi. And she was basically saying that they were friends for like a really long time. And for the longest amount of time, she had no idea whether this man actually liked her platonically or liked her more than that. Because although they were very good friends, he would never flirt with her. He would never show her any form of romantic interest, to the point where she said to her mum, Mum, I think you need to sit in on one of our conversations because I need you to assess whether this man is actually flirting with me or not. And so her mum sat in and went to her Mills, I don't think this man is actually flirting with you in any way, shape or form. And it's only when Millie one day had the courage and was like, okay, I just need to let you know that I actually freaking like you. Sorry if this changes our friendship, but I need to tell you that I like you. And he was like, oh my God, you're so bold. And that's how they started a relationship, right? Bear in mind, I have noticed this when I go to the States myself. Like when I was in Manhattan earlier this year, I was in the clubs and what the hell is going on? Okay, so not only do men not approach women in clubs in New York, but they don't even acknowledge you when you come and sit on the same table as them. Why am I joining your table and you are making eye contact with me and you're cutting your eye at me and looking away? In that particular case, it was just the acknowledgement of, yeah, you're right, and then keep it stepping. Like, I'm British, we are unfriendly as fuck, and you can't unfriendly us. You know, if you're gonna do that, that's a record-breaking achievement. And the fact that men in New York can do that is unbelievable. I was talking to my American friend about this, and he was saying, yeah, we do actually just have a bit of an American bitch boy problem. Like, there is just like a national bitch boy problem. And this is happening in the celeb world as well, not just with the common folk. So what is happening with American men and the pursuit of women? I need to know.
Now the confusion sets in. Where did all the men go? They didn't disappear. They simply stopped centering people who never centered them. Men didn't reject love. They rejected bad deals. And the most humiliating part for the system that pushed them away? Men aren't lonely.
80% of men don't even want to date anymore. Okay. So tap out. Nobody's forcing you. No one's begging. But why do you need a podcast, a TikTok, and a 12-page Reddit thread to whine about it? When women don't want to date this kind of man, we just don't. When men don't want to date this type of woman, they complain, they whine about it, they show up in the comment sections just to make sure we know you don't want to date us. And the funniest thing to me is that these men are not getting nothing from the relationships with women. It's that you're no longer getting unchecked control, free labor, and just a woman who sacrifices herself to keep you happy. What you're really mad about is that you used to be able to exploit women, and now women, they want a partnership. Now, you're tired of dating. Now let's talk facts. I know, facts are hard for you, but let's talk facts. Married men are happier. Married men live longer. They're healthier. They have more sex. I mean, when they're not acting like entitled toddlers and their wives don't want to anymore. That's not true. Cite your sources, feminist. Sure, my pleasure. Pew, Harvard, the American Psychological Association, and every relationship study not run by some faceless account called Alpha Justice 77 on Reddit. Good women are offering men every day emotional intelligence, support, stability, nurturing, connection, partnership, assistance in remembering your mom's birthday. But go ahead, please, opt out, but own it. Stop acting like you're leading some kind of revolution. You're really just bitter that women stopped mothering you in exchange for breadcrumbs. You want the truth? The only men that are mad that women want equality are men who benefited from women not having it. The ones who benefited from the imbalance in the first place. So when you say men are done dating, I'm like, okay, who cares? Oh no, don't go. It's giving, you can't fire us, we quit. Women don't want to date and marry you anymore. But you can go ahead and pretend that you quit. It's cuter that way.
What really sealed it wasn't one bad date or one bad breakup. It was the pattern. Men noticed that no matter how much they improved, it was never enough. Earn more? Still not ambitious enough. Be emotionally open? Used against you later. Be confident? Labeled arrogant. Be calm? Called boring. Every trait became a liability depending on the mood of the moment. So men stopped trying to win a game where the finish line keeps moving.
Every time I go on a date with an American guy, he tells me, I will never date American women. I start thinking, why American women are so evil? Nobody wants to date them. What's wrong with them? I know what's wrong. They have high standards and they want to go to third world countries. They want to seduce girls with a $100 bill and a pack of bread. Just want her to serve him for this. Because these girls, they don't know that people can make $10,000 a month in the States. That $100 for him is nothing. It's a chocolate pie with fucking Milky Way. And they exercise their power on people who are less fortunate in life because of their government and their economy. And every time I hear that from an American man, I say, "Ooh, you know what? I think it's time. I need to feed my cat. Bye-bye then."
And here's the quiet truth no one wants to admit. When men walked away, nothing collapsed. Their lives didn't fall apart. Bills still got paid. Fitness improved. Stress dropped. Friendship strengthened. The absence of constant judgment felt like relief, not loss. That's when dating stopped being a must and became a cost-benefit decision. And for many men, it failed the audit.
Hey fellas, man, they mad at me. They in my DMs going off, man. Like, these women are mad that I told y'all to get y'all passports. And I don't understand why y'all mad. You know, I mean, obviously you're going to have your simps out here. Some simps are going to just simp for the women. They don't really care. The women drag them along. He got to constantly compromise all the time for every little thing. And some guys are just cool with that. They're cool with being simps. Some guys don't want to feel like kings. Like, it's what it is. Like, you got the jesters and you got the kings, man. I'm just telling you, get your passport, go overseas, look on the other side of the ocean, and you will be very, very shocked and surprised to what is on the other side of the ocean. A lot of these girls out here, man, they don't care about you, how you feel. It's about how they feel. You know what I mean? You might not even want a kid. You might think she's taking her birth control. She ends up having a kid on you. She don't care about whether or not you want a kid. She care about whether or not she wants a kid. You know what I mean? And this happens quite often to a lot of dudes. You end up stuck in situations. You might not even want to marry the girl, but she might pressure you into marrying her. And then you might be, you know, in a bad situation, bro. You know what I mean? Like, and you already looking at it like, man, I don't know if this is where I want to be at, man. Like, go get your passports. Go see what is out there before you get stuck in this mess in America, man. These women treat men like they're second-class citizens. They're offended over every little thing that goes on. You know what I mean? Men's opinions don't really matter. You say hi to them, they get annoyed. Hey, I'm just saying what it is, man. Luckily, I don't have to deal with that here. I got a girl here, you know, a pretty good girl here, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, she from America, you know, so she got her ways. But as far as like, y'all, man, get y'all passports. Y'all women out there in my DMs mad at me. Hey, I'm just telling them what they need to know, what I seen, you know. And maybe if y'all females go over there, y'all start seeing how women treat men, you might start changing your tune. A lot of men don't understand in America, you are 1 or 2 songs away from being single, right? Miranda Lambert come out with a song, talk about girls need to be single, dump their man. What you think these women gonna do? Beyonce comes out with a song, talk about women need to be single. What you think these women gonna do? You know, America pushes divide, you know, and I think recently it's been like anti-man going on in America, and women are just following suit, you know, and it's just what it is, man, you know, and I think it's a sad thing, you know, but y'all get mad at me all you want. I seen the other side of what it is, you know, so y'all, man, get y'all passport, get up out of this country and stop playing with these girls out here in America.
Now the narrative flips to panic. Men are broken. Men are afraid. Men need therapy. Because it's easier to pathologize male withdrawal than to question why so many men independently reach the same conclusion. You don't get mass disengagement without systemic incentives being broken.
This guy, am I right? He says, don't wife up an American female. First of all, in my post, I literally said, I don't want to be in a relationship. I'm just dating. So get your panties out of a bunch. Second of all, he wants to wife up somebody not from America so he could bring them over here and completely control them. Yeah, because they don't know the culture, because they don't know the language, because they have no way to support themselves. So, yeah, don't husband up this guy. He just wants to control you. Everybody watch out for this guy.
Men didn't abandon connection. They abandoned disrespect dressed up as empowerment.
Is it just me, or is dating Western women not worth it anymore? I lived in Philadelphia, in Las Vegas, in San Diego, in Miami, in New York City, Texas and North Carolina, China, Portugal, Poland, Ukraine, Puerto Rico, different cities in Brazil. And what I found is that women in Eastern Europe and South America are just much more feminine, much more elegant. They have more respect. They're more down to earth. Okay, they play less games. They're more feminine and elegant and sweet. And just night and day difference from the Western women in countries like the US and Canada and the UK. Okay, they're just a much better quality of woman that's much more worth your time. To grab my best converting Tinder opener for free, check out the link in the bio.
And once a man realizes his time, peace, and focus are valuable and finite, he stops donating them to people who treat his presence as replaceable.
Another thing I've noticed by being here in America with dating is that you guys just don't like each other. Like, men say they would rather date internationally, and women say they just not impressed with the guys here. I've spoken with both, and you just guys don't like each other. And I think that's a massive problem. If you don't like the people in your own culture and in your own country, well, like, I don't understand why you guys are so nice here. Like, it doesn't make any sense. But again, like, the standards are blurred. But yeah, you guys just don't like each other. Maybe you should work on that and start liking your own nation and like your own people, you know, kind of make it work.
The shock isn't that men left. The shock is that they left quietly and never looked back.
Men stopped playing by the rules, and now everyone's freaking out. Let's break down why silence has become the loudest move.